Today I would like to talk about a form of meditation called gazing. Gazing is a type of meditation with the eyes open. If you're meditating with the eyes closed, your point of focus may be a chakra or energy center in the subtle physical body. It may be the breath, if you're doing a Zen meditation, following the breath. It may be a mantra, a sacred Sanskrit sound. But in any form of meditation, there is a point of concentration. And the objective of meditation is not so much to concentrate. Initially, we are training the mind to concentrate, to focus perfectly on one point, knowing that once we have accomplished that, we can go beyond focus into non-focus. We can go beyond doing into non-doing. We can leave the realm of focus and move into the pure experience of oneness with all things. When you have trained the mind to focus so perfectly, then you can let go of focus and move into the planes of light. You can move into the pure experience of meditation or no thought. This is the goal of any type of meditation. In any form of gazing, we pick an external point of focus. There are geometric designs called yantras, Y-A-N-T-R-A. You can find some on the internet. You can find them in spiritual bookstores. The best ones are the classical designs because they are designed with a point in the center for focus and then usually triangles on the outside. And as you go deeper and deeper into the gazing exercise, you will begin to see the triangles shift. In other words, the dimensions shifting in and out. You can also focus on a flower, a real flower. Always focus on something in nature rather than something human-made. So a flower, a bouquet, but if you're going to use a bouquet, pick the center of one flower or the piston of one flower, something small that you can use as an external focus. You can also use a rock. Perhaps it's a rock you have found in a special power place, a crystal, an amethyst, some pretty rock that you can put in your meditation area and focus on. You can also meditate outside in nature. It's very interesting, for example, to gaze a tree at a distance. And if you're tending toward the mystical, you can actually gaze the shadow of the tree. Mystics are very interested in the mechanics of how things work. They like to come in through the back door. And so if you meditate on the shadow of the tree, you will see a totally different aspect. The thing that I like about open eye meditation is that it's very easy to see if the mind is distracted, if the eyes are distracted. It's very easy to know that there are thoughts going on in the mind and we've lost our focus. And whenever that happens, with the eyes closed or open, we simply let go of the thought and return to the point of focus. So meditation is the repeated experience of being drawn away into thoughts, something that is normal for the mind. We've never been taught not to think in our society. And returning to the point of focus again and again and again until you learn to focus so perfectly that you can move beyond thought. Gazing is very interesting in that it's easy to see that you are shifting in and out of the various dimensions. There are an infinite number of dimensions that intersect the third dimension. The problem is that we're not normally aware of them. We have been programmed, we have been conditioned growing up to disregard any experience of multidimensionality. When we meditate with our eyes closed, we do shift more in and out of different dimensions. The problem is that it is very subtle, so we may or may not be aware of it. But with the eyes open, you can really see that you're shifting in and out of dimensions. And so I find that for people it is encouraging in their meditation practice. They can see that they are making progress. If you are meditating, for example, on the center of a rose, you may see that the petals of the rose become very diffuse. You may see that the color of the rose expands out. You can detect the aura of the rose. You may have the experience, oh, I just merged with the aura of the rose. So it's an exciting way to practice and an encouraging way to practice. When I do a transmission of light teleconference or a transmission of light in person, I suggest to people that they meditate with their eyes open. When we're doing a transmission of light, it amps the energy up. And so then it becomes really obvious that one is shifting in and out of the dimensions. You can see whatever you're gazing shift. You can see the dimension shift. You can even see sometimes the gold light. The gold light is simply the light of the supraconscious. It's the light of which everything is made up in creation. So you can actually glimpse your own true nature, the essence of all things. You can see, in other words, your own universality. So when we do a transmission of light, it's particularly evident, but I like to encourage people to gaze at the beginning of each meditation. You start with perhaps 10 minutes of gazing, and then close your eyes for the remainder of the meditation. I find that gazing really stills the mind. It's very easy to discern if the mind is active and wandering off, and to bring it into focus. Then, once the mind has calmed down, you close the eyes and do that sort of internal focus. So I invite you to play with gazing. I invite you to try incorporating it into your daily meditation routine. And if it resonates with you, I invite you to attend one of our transmission of light teleconferences, where we take gazing to a whole new level.